Hi everyone, Andrew here again. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm out and about for a walk around beautiful Lao Cai here in Vietnam. I've not been very well for the last 4 days. I've actually been bedridden with a tummy bug, so it's nice to be out and about getting a walk done in glorious sunshiny weather around Lao Cai. Yeah, it's funny, when you're not very well, you don't really appreciate how being well feels. And then when you're well again, it feels amazing. So it's great to be back to somewhere near normal and being able to get out and about and really experience this wonderful place. I've just come to the park that's in the centre of Lao Cai here. I've walked past it a few times but never really been into it. You can see there's lots of lovely flowers around. It's just a nice place to walk around. You see there's a lake here, beautiful. It's just a nice place to be, especially on a glorious day like today. It's hot and sunny. It's going to get up to 30 degrees today. I'm just going to show you this building here that obviously has been left to sort of ruin now. I think it must have been some form of restaurant slash maybe a small shopping centre. It's called Viet Plaza. It's no longer active, which is a bit of a shame. I'm assuming they're slowly taking it down and maybe won't replace it, but it's, as you can see, it's on stilts, and it would have been a nice place perhaps if it was a restaurant or a cafe. And then when I swing around this way, you start to see a little bit of the hill behind the back of Lao Cai here. It's just a nice place. Actually, one of my videos last week, I think it was, or maybe the week before, time just seems to fly by. I was walking around the outskirts of this park and popped into the very corner. So it's nice to actually come inside and have a little look, and it's just nice to see these beautiful colours. I mean, unfortunately I don't know the names of flowers. I'm not very good. My mum was fantastic at knowing the names for flowers, but I'm just useless. If you do know what these are called, please pop a comment down below. But they're fabulous. Purple, and then we got these pink and white. I'm just taking a lovely photograph actually of a bee getting some pollen from one of the flowers. Bit of wildlife there, you'll see. Amazing. Yeah, these are really nice. There's a bee there actually. Let me just try and follow him as he gets his pollen, or he takes it back to his hive. Wow. It's nice. It's somewhat very calming to be around flowers and wildlife. I mean, it's something you don't realise. Again, I've not been very well, so being out and about and being around wildlife just makes me feel quite calm and relaxed. It's quite nice. These beautiful yellow ones here. Yeah, I just thought I'd find another way around Lao Cai, and then I saw the entrance. I thought I'll come inside, have a little look, have a walk around the lake. I've only been into the sort of front entrances and never walked in, which is a shame. So great to be out here. Looks like there's some sort of wedding going over here. There's a function area. Oh, there's some sort of guard dogs here. Oh, they don't seem very happy that I'm here. Good job they're locked up there so they won't come after me. Yeah, it's just a beautiful place, isn't it? Nice. And I suppose every couple of 100 meters or so there's benches around the lake, which is nice just to sit under the shade of a tree, perhaps read a book, enjoy some food. If you bring yourself a sandwich, which I think I'm going to do later, get myself a Banh Mi, which is the local Vietnamese sandwich. Various different ingredients inside it, but it's basically a small French baguette. And you can get various different ingredients like chicken or pork, but it's very, very nice, and get it everywhere in Vietnam, and it's very cheap, somewhere like 20,000 Vietnam dong, which is less than $1. Good value. There's another venue here. I think they do weddings and dinners and things here, venue that you can hire out. Oh, I'm glad I've come in here. I've been wanting to get a few different areas to do some videos, and starting to find a few extra places that I've sort of maybe taken for granted, that I've walked past and not realised I should pop in and have a little look. Part of this lake, I was sat down before I started my video, and there were some really big fish around, and then they just suddenly disappeared. I think they knew I was about to get my camera out. Stage fright. Lots of little butterflies or moths flying around here. Nice to see some wildlife, and I'm sure somewhere around here there'll be snakes. They don't like humans, so they tend to hide away. I mean, people tend to be frightened of snakes, but let's be honest, the snakes don't come out and find you. They just walk away. They hide from you at all costs. If you're very unlucky to stand on one, that's when something bad might happen. But if you walk in the areas where they are not going to be, which is generally on a path, although they do like to come out and bask in the sun, I don't think they like the feeling of the path on their sort of belly side, so they tend to stay away from the paths, stay on the grass, etc. But yeah, nice place to be. Just trying to work out where I'll come out. I think I'll actually end up coming out of the section I came in the other day when I did a video. Here, that little section. It's like a pull-up bar there to do some exercises. Certainly don't have the strength to do that. Wow. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be feeling better. It's not nice when you're not well and had stomach cramps that seem to appear on the hour, every hour, lasting for about 30 seconds or so, which were really, really, really painful. So, like I say, good to feel good again. You really appreciate it actually after you've been ill, how feeling good is. Yeah, that's another look at that. It's a shame. I'd love to know what that was. I mean, calling it Viet Plaza, I'm sure it would have had some shops, some restaurants, some cafes. And it doesn't look like it's been used for many, many a year. It's got a sort of a shape of a boat, and obviously it's out in the water on stilts. It looks like they're slowly taking it down. That's a shame, these things. It happens, doesn't it? You put a business in place, it works for a while, and then for some reason it stops working, and then eventually you need to make a decision on that. And Lao Cai is a good central place to come if you're travelling up to Sapa in the mountains, or you're going onwards into China, or into Laos, or you're going back obviously to Hanoi. What I could imagine actually on this lake in the summer would be some of those pedal boats, you know, that might be shaped like swans, etc. I've not seen them. I don't seem to see any parked around. Maybe they don't do it. Maybe it's again something that's not popular. Maybe it's the wrong type of people that come here during the summer months. But whenever I've been to places like Baguio in Philippines and they've got the swans on the lake, it's always been popular. And again in the UK, various places, Blackpool, and I'm thinking more of Southport, and it's a lovely thing to do, to go out on the lake. This is a nice walk. I think I'm going to do this much more often. I'll bring my Kindle and sit under a tree, do some reading. I could do that now really. I've got my iPhone. I could get my Kindle app and do a little bit of reading, but for now I've got a plan of walking and getting some lunch and then come back a little bit later. It's a big lake actually. The building in the middle there I believe is a gym. When I walked in the front entrance, which is on the main street in Lao Cai, you could see the sign for it, for gym. It's quite a nice location to actually have a gym. Xin chào. Hello. Hello. For those that don't know, Xin chào is hello in Vietnamese. I've picked up a few words over the years, but I find it's been quite difficult to learn it. I think because the words they don't really have any similarities to English at all, so it's very difficult to pick up on some words. You do get the gist of conversations when you're sat listening to people speaking Vietnamese. But being an English person in Vietnam, what tends to happen is Vietnamese people want to learn from you, want to learn more English and practice their English skills. So that tends to be more of the case. Even when you try to speak a little bit to them, they'll reply back in English. And then it becomes more of a English-based conversation, which is fine. That's the way it is. Again, there's more of the lake. It's nice. Yeah, I definitely would imagine some boats on here of some sort. Not even seen a small wooden one that you sort of see around, even for like litter collection. Oh, there's a, I don't know if you see that, guys. There's a little lizard. There it goes. Wow. Actually thought it was a snake for a second. I'm quite amazed that obviously you see the big snakes on the TV and that sort of thing, but what you realise is that a lot of snakes are very, very small and not that much bigger than a sort of garden worm. And you don't realise that they're snakes quite often. And obviously a little lizard like that has a similar look to a snake. But yeah, it's nice to see. Speedy Gonzales, I think we'll call that one. Stairs have come to a little bit of a ruin, unfortunately, but again, some lovely flowers. Very nice. I'm going to walk out the side entrance. This is where I came in that other day, actually, where we're not far from the coffee place. I'll get myself a nice iced coffee. It's perfect for this time of day and this weather. I'll just spin around and leave this area and continue walking, see what else the day will bring me. Well, that was nice walking around the lake. I'm just on my way back towards the centre of Lao Cai now. Again, I found a new way. I sort of know where I'm going, the general direction, but again, a new set of streets, which is nice. And to have a little look at these slightly different areas. Just got to watch out for any traffic. It is Saturday and it's extremely quiet. There's nobody around. It's 1:30. There's a little dog. Hello, dog. Hey, you enjoying the sunshine? Yeah, it's certainly a hot one today. 30 degrees today. But it's nice. There's a little bit of a breeze there, which just takes the edge off it, which is fantastic. I do like the sun. I do like a bit of heat, especially when there's not a lot of humidity. It's not too sweaty then. It's a nice area. These trees obviously take some of that heat away as well. It's fun just wandering around, not quite sure where you're going. I've got no purpose, no specific location to go to. Even the pop into that small park was just random as I went out and about. Information signs here. Let's have a look. Pretty much adverts for mobile phone repairs, and there's the iPhone 15 Pro Max on offer. Looks like a 0% deal there of some sort. You spread the payment. And then, which is obviously common throughout Asia, is getting bottled water delivered. You certainly don't want tap water. Bottled water is very, very cheap, and it's replaceable or refillable. Sorry, they bring a bottle, you leave the bottle, they take it back, it then gets sanitized and refilled. And obviously you can buy small bottles as normal. You can even buy the filters now. They're pretty much everywhere in the world, aren't they? The filtered water direct from the tap. Not sure which works out cheaper. In fact, talking of water, here's a delivery. So Lao Cai has its own bottling company. Lao Cai water. There you go. Lao Cai. They have these little taps on them. So you just open them up, let a bit of air in. I think if I remember rightly, you put a hole in the top, or you open the top. Yeah, there's a little plastic tab on the top that you just take out that puts a little bit of air into the bottle, and then you can remove the water from the tap here. And then obviously they're on the way to be delivered somewhere, and the empty ones will be collected as well. It's a good system. Same in Dubai and Middle East. I believe in Dubai you can drink the tap water, but it's not something you want to do really. It's chemically treated, I'm assuming, so it's a bit like the UK in terms of having fluorides and things added to it. And certainly tap water in the UK is okay, but when you move overseas, especially in my case, having just had a tummy problem there, you've got to be careful with water. You know, I don't know where my tummy problem came from. It could have been something I'd eaten, it could have been something I'd drunk, in terms of ice in a drink, for example. If the water wasn't wasn't pure, for example, which is mostly the case, and just got to be careful. Yeah, nice. It's interesting there. Started talking about bottled water, and there was the truck with the bottled water in it. So I wonder if I start thinking about millions of dollars just being around, I might just stumble across it. It'd be weird if world worked like that and nobody had worked it out. You just have to think about something and it happens. I suppose that's where the book The Secret gets its general principle from, doesn't it? And you know, believing in something, deciding what you want and believing in it, and it will come true. And if you actually study that, like I've done in terms of psychology, generally what that means is you're putting something at the front of your mind, and your belief system is you're going to have it, but you actually make some actions because of that belief, and it's the actions that then bring it to you. So obviously if you want to be a champion at something, in my case you want to be a champion at golf, obviously you've got to have the belief you can do it, but having that belief will help you go out and put the practice in to work hard at it. And then when you do achieve something, it could be then, you could then say that's been achieved because the person brought it into being through here's a word for you, manifestation. But actually thinking about something and then the actions that follow those beliefs are important. If you just literally think about it and do nothing towards it, then it isn't going to happen. And that's really where my 3 key mottos are important. You know, get up, get out and get it done. Do something today to improve your tomorrows. You know, if you do something now, it's going to make a big difference in the future that you won't realise, but all those actions you started today or a long time ago have made the difference. Nothing really happens overnight in the sense of instantly. It takes time, but you have to start putting the effort in straight away. I found a new area. Interesting. I think I've gone slightly wrong here, to be honest. I'll have to find my way around, but there's a street that might take me down. Xin chào, hello. You can see at the back of the houses. I think I did a video here a while ago. You can see beautiful big buildings. A lot of them not being lived in. Actually, this path here just looks like a dead end down and back. So we'll walk back up and through. But nice little area. Nice to see the back of those apartments actually. See from this side. How are you? Good? Ah, come on. Are you fishing? Fish?
Oh.
Yeah, nice, eh?
Yeah.
It's funny, international language, you didn't see that, but obviously done the old fishing rod casting technique, and the guy understood straight away. He had a fishing rod on the ground, and even though he didn't speak English, he was able to understand what I was trying to talk about. It's amazing how you can communicate once you find a shared thing that is understandable for both. Hello doggy, we're all enjoying this sunshine today. There's another dog up here that actually ran after a moped before, so I'm going to be very careful. He seems to want to chase things. I want him chasing me. I'm going to look at him so he doesn't get shocked. Get a video over there of him there. Xin chào. There we go, managed to get past him. I think he was just interested in the scooters that come flying past. He's probably fed up with the noises they make and the beeping of the horns and stuff that he likes to chase them. Anyway, that's good. I feel like that's a bit of a win getting past him. Wow, yeah. Loving exploring, it's good. Just nice because there's no traffic as well. You know, going to a busy city like Hanoi, or maybe any city in the world that's really busy, it's hard to really explore because there's so many things to watch out for in terms of your own safety. You're constantly aware of what's going on around you and your own personal safety, people around you safety as well. Whereas somewhere like here in Lao Cai, it really feels like some of the streets back home in the UK, especially at the weekend, you know, quiet, no cars around, very few people around, and it's great to just then get out and explore. And I'm enjoying that. Let's have a look at that blue house. You know, explain it as sort of wedged in between two, one floor. Nice, looks good. It's got a Mediterranean feel to it. It's cool, some of the different styles of houses. You've got this one here that's grown up a sort of vine all the way up, covering the front. All got slightly different look, which is good. I don't like rows and rows and rows of houses that look identical. These houses here have character. Some of them have been modernised. Obviously they'll have been either knocked down and rebuilt over the years, or just maybe recladded. Just get across the road here. Somebody's cutting a tree down. It appears to have hit into the electrical cable. Hope it's not going to cause a problem. There's a space there, isn't there? Look at that. Perhaps if you've got the money, you can build a nice house right in the middle there. Fantastic. Nice location. Probably a 10-minute walk from the centre of Laokai as well. And then you've got this one here. Again, looks like it's been rebuilt, brand new style, beautiful. And then some of them making the most of the balconies and putting flowers up there. That's good. Yeah, I found a really good spot here today. I'm really chuffed. I think I'm just feeling much better as well because I'm feeling well. It's nice. The last few videos I felt like I was starting to feel ill, and I think that was probably reflecting in some of my videos. When I look back on it this morning, I could certainly see the signs of me not feeling good. My energy levels had dropped, even though I was still doing my walking and getting my steps in. I certainly felt like there was a slight issue there, and then for 4 days pretty much bedridden. Luckily, interestingly, here in Vietnam, as it is the case in a lot of Asian countries, is you don't need prescriptions for a lot of medicines. In fact, pretty much every medicine. So even simple things that you might need for an upset stomach, that sometimes you have to go to see a doctor to get a prescription in the UK, you can just go ahead and purchase here. They do have pharmacists, and they do sort of ask you a couple of questions before they give it to you, but I sort of knew what I needed, and it helped in that sense. And obviously lots of fluids, kept myself hydrated, which tends to be the main problem when somebody's got a tummy bug, is keeping hydrated. So I managed to do that, and I've come out the other side, and I'm feeling fresh, which is good, although it's hot and sweaty fresh. There we go. So I've always wanted to pop up here, so here we go. It's some sort of memorial in the centre of Laokai that you can see from most of the area around. Certainly when you come into the centre, you can see it. I'm just going to walk up. Seems to be surrounded by some nice gardens. I think it's a memorial to the war, so let me just pop up. Not going to be able to read anything, unfortunately, unless they have an English translation, but I think it's a memorial to the wars, people who were involved in them. Wow, there we go. That was nice to come up. There we go. A little shrine at the base for people to worship those that have passed. A little walk around, see what's at the back. I think there's a continuation of the garden. Nice green area actually, right in the centre, separating the town almost into two sections there. Nice. Some nice trees. Nice peaceful place actually. It's just missing a couple of benches to sit down and relax. But they can see down into the centre of Laokai. That's the central area where I walk past, and most of my videos have some part of those. Part of my videos end up in the centre of Laokai. It's not too clear today. It is a lovely day. It's pretty much blue skies and a little fluffy clouds, but there's a haze in the air, which will probably come across on the video. You'll probably see that haze, to be honest. It's just making visibility into the distance difficult. Yeah, nice. Oh, I'm glad I came up there. I've been walking past this place for months. Been here since December. It's the first time I've actually took the time to pop up. To Kok Ji Kong. I did try and look it up actually on Google, but I couldn't quite find out more than it was something to do with the wars. And you'll see in a minute there's a statue here holding a rifle. And it's probably World War I and World War II, and people who gave their lives during those conflicts. Like I say, it's a nice peaceful place. I've not seen anybody here yet that's looking around. There seems to be a couple of people looking after the gardens, but let's have a look at the statue there. Like I say, a couple of children and a guy that either looks like he's coming home or he's passed away in the war and they're remembering him. He's larger than life. Yeah. Obviously very sad, isn't it, what happened during the wars? Regardless of which war and what the reasons were for any of wars, it's such a sad thing that happens to people who get caught up in it, whether it's the soldiers or whether it's the civilians. Such a sad part of life, really. And hopefully any wars that are happening now will go away and let people live in peace and happiness. Okay, we'll head back down into the central Lao Cai. Hey guys, I'm back at the park by the lake. Let me just show you. I just sat down on a bench by the lake here. I've got myself a banh mi for lunch. I just want to show you what a banh mi is. It's a very popular sandwich here in Vietnam. I'll just take you through. They're all made slightly differently. Here's the packaging here. Banh mi. They're all made slightly differently and they contain different meats. I've gone for one that's got sausage and some pork inside. You'll see in a minute. In this case, it's a baguette that's been toasted, flattened and toasted. So there's a little bit of the old bacon stuff there. Lovely. I'm just going to open it so you can see inside. There we go. Let's see if I can get a good scan inside the sandwich. So there's some pork meat in there. There's some sausage. There's some sweet chili sauce. There's some vegetables at the bottom, some onions, etc., and a toasted bread. This was 25,000 Vietnam dong, which is exactly $1. Sort of like a pound or so, just a bit more there, a bit less, sorry. But fabulous. Really, really nice, very popular. Just nice to get something to eat after being unwell. And there's a Coke here as well, good old Coke, full fat Coke. Let's give it a taste. That's amazing. So good. Hard to really describe it. It's just a nice mixture of meat, spices, a little bit of veg in there, sauerkraut in there. Really tasty. And no matter where you go in Vietnam, you'll find these on it. Almost every street somebody's selling them. Like I say, you can have different fillings. You can have chicken, you can have pork, you can have beef, sausage meat as well. And this is just a bit of a combo one here. Very tasty. In this case, they use a flat grill to flatten it. But it's a French baguette style bread. Lovely. If you ever travel into Vietnam or you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, there's two foods you absolutely must try. One is pho, Phu, or PHO. I always forget which one it is. And that's the noodle dish with meats, etc. And then the Banh Mi, which is I suppose it's I'll put it down to, it is spicy because they put sweet chili sauce on. You don't have to have sweet chili sauce on it, but it's very much like a Subway style. You can choose your meats, you can choose your toppings, and with it being less than £1, there's no way places like Subway are going to succeed over here. Like I say, these are literally available on almost every single street throughout Vietnam. Spelt B-A-H-N, or is it B-A-N-H? It's on here, it's on the packet. Let me double check it. Yeah, B-A-N-H, and then M-Y, or sometimes it is M-I, but it's pronounced Banh Mi. Again, really, really tasty. I think the word ban is bread. Those that like to hear people eating, this will be a great video. Just a nice location, cool breeze, I'm in the shade. 31, 32 degrees right now, and it's just nice to have a sandwich. I'm on my way back to the hotel after doing my walk. Let me just check how far I've gone. I've done 2 hours so far, 6 kilometres, so it'll be nearly 8 kilometres by the time I get back to the hotel, which will be great. You know, I know I'm doing something today that's going to improve my tomorrows. If you have a goal, if you have something to achieve, just get up, get out and get it done. Do something today towards that goal, and make sure you're measuring it. What can be measured can be improved. And yeah, I'm going to leave you to. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Banh Mi. Highly recommended. There are Vietnamese restaurants in the UK. You should be able to find something like this. But if you are in Vietnam, you absolutely have to find a Banh Mi. Great for lunch times. The pho for breakfasts. And it's just a cheap way to get a really nice tasting sandwich. And it's famous around Vietnam, and certainly people who have been here will know exactly what it is. So see you all again soon for another awesome update. Stay safe and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks.